All right, all right. Welcome to tonight's episode of What's Up Punta Cana with Christy Maggio. And I have something very interesting this evening, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So, I have a surprise guest, and I'm not going to tell you his name because his name is something I'm going to call him something completely different. So, I was reading the book Think and Grow Rich. As you all know, I talk about Think and Grow Rich often. It's by Napoleon Hill. I teach it, I use it, I write it. All of the teachings ultimately stem from the Bible, but it's all about how people have created their success. And so in the previous show, I had the same person here uh, doing the Spanish part of the show with me. And then he said to me in the break, he goes, "You know what? I opened up the book too." And he started reading a part. And this is a young man who is often worried, self conscious, a little bit needs that push. He loves me to challenge him, I think. Yes. He'll say no, but I say yes. And so he's going to read these 2 pages from Napoleon Hill's book. So I am not going to give his name, but I am going to call him because this part of the book is called Old Man Worry. And so I am going to call him Young Man Worry. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
I do not want to be here, but I have to.
But you do. And so I want you to start reading this, and we're not going to stop until you finish it, unless there's some part that speaks to you and you want to stop and say something. Okay?
Can I refrain from doing that?
Absolutely not.
Oh God, smack
All
me
right.
down, please.
So welcome, young man, worry, and be kind to him.
Old man worry. Worry is a state of mind based upon fear. It works slowly, but persistently. It is insidious and subtle. Step by step, it digs itself in until it paralyzes one's reasoning faculty, destroys self-confidence and initiative. Seems like me, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Still, it destroys worry.
Yes.
Worry destroys self confidence.
Yes.
What do you worry about?
Life.
What about life?
It's hard and it sucks.
Okay. What's hard and what sucks?
Human existence, having to pay money to live, having to see the people you like and love perish or die.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What about the other side of it?
what other side?
Many people die, but many people live.
Yes.
Many
Many
people,
people live in suffering and misery too.
uh huh, they do,
Yes, they do.
but
Sometimes they find happiness in that, but
hmm.
not a lot of the times.
So what
It's
do
not
you worry
constant.
about?
That I'm going to die, that my mom's going to die, that everyone's going to die, that I have to work, that I don't have a job, that I have
So
to study, that I have to graduate, that I have to make a career, that I have to buy a house, a car, feed my cats.
is worrying about that going to change the situation?
No, but I
S-
can't help it. It happens on itself and it's driving me insane.
Okay, so how can that change? Because basically you're causing yourself worrying about something that you can't
Control.
control, but you can, but also worrying about what if. What if I die tomorrow? Well, what if I don't? What if my mom dies? What if she doesn't?
What if she does?
Right? What if I can't feed my cat? What if you can? What if I don't get a job? What if you do? Right? What if I graduate? What if I don't graduate? What if you do? Right? What happens if you don't die?
I don't die and I keep worrying,
Yeah.
I
What
guess.
can you do besides worry?
Keep on living, I guess.
Uh huh. And what does living mean for you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I do not know.
I think that's an important question that we will come back to. Okay, continue.
I hate this. Uh, Worry is a form of sustained fear caused by indecision. Therefore, it is a state of mind which can be controlled.
Oh, caused
Wow.
by indecision and is a state of mind that can be controlled. Continue.
Yes, ma'am. An unsettled mind is helpless. Indecision makes an unsettled mind. Point. Most individuals lack the willpower to reach decisions promptly and to stand by them after they have been made. Even during normal business conditions, during periods of economic unrest, such as the world recently experienced, the individual is handicapped not alone by his inherent nature to be slow at reaching decisions, but he is influenced by the indecision of others around him, who have created a state of mass indecision.
Mm-hmm. So, you know those people who say, "What do you want for dinner?" What do you want to do? I don't know. Wait, okay. Do you know?
I do not know.
You really? If I were to say, "What do you want for dinner?"
What are the options for dinner?
What are your options? What do you want?
Uh, Right now, nothing.
You don't want anything.
Yes, I do.
What?
Flan.
Okay. For dinner. Good. See? You just made a decision.
Yes.
Simple. What about when you have those or people make a decision? What do you want to do tonight?
I don't know.
Well, no, you do. What do you want to do tonight?
Don't come here. Like,
Well,
not be
that's
here.
that's not an option because you're already here right now. But like after this, what do you want to do?
Go to sleep.
Okay,
Go.
there you go. You made that choice,
Yes,
right?
I made that choice.
Okay, tomorrow, what do you want to do?
Draw, probably. I have to.
Draw.
I owe someone.
Excellent.
Alright.
You want to draw,
Yes, I want
right?
to draw tomorrow.
Decision. It's not, I don't know what I want to do, so I'm just going to sit there and torment myself in my own mind, right?
Right.
It's what do you want to do in life?
I do not know what I want to do. in life.
Okay. What do you think you might like to do in life?
Help people.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
why that reaction?
Because it's a decision.
Mm-hmm. So decision.
It's something that you have a focus on doing it. Now, what does that look like? You helping people.
I have no idea how it looks like.
Okay. Well, I want you to draw a picture of what that looks like tomorrow. And then send me a little screenshot of that picture that you draw
Are you
because
talking literally or
literally, how do you envision yourself helping people? Right? You have to think about it.
oh my god.
Yep. Right? I ask this all the time. Like, what does a good, because people are like, oh, I just want my child to get a good education. What does that look like? Most people can't answer that. What does it look like? What's a good education look like?
That it allows you to be free from external, I don't know, influences like the government running propaganda. Like you're able to go find a job or
Okay.
sustain yourself everywhere where you are. That you're not like
I can do that and I can
ignorant.
go get a job at McDonald's. Does that mean I get a good education?
No, but education is usually paired with like a normal decent job, like an office, even though it sucks to be in an office.
Could be.
But education opens the door to for you to like get something that fulfills you as a human being.
Okay. It's
Unlike
preparing somebody
McDonald's.
to be, it's giving someone the ability to be prepared to do something that fulfills them as a human being.
Mhm. Or
That's a very good definition.
Or society as a whole.
Or society as a whole. Absolutely. I like that
Very
definition.
much.
Yeah. I like that. And so, how do you measure that?
There's no way of measuring human fulfillment.
No way?
Happiness,
Mhm.
physical condition.
Mm-hmm.
A homeless man is probably not very happy. If you think
Probably,
about it.
probably not.
Probably not, but probably yes. You don't know.
Could be.
Maybe he's homeless
Some.
because he wants to be homeless.
Could be. But
So there's not really a way to measure human
no,
happiness and fulfillment.
you'd have to do a survey.
I'm not partaking on your survey.
All right, continue.
Oh, right. I have to read. During the Depression, the whole atmosphere all over the world was filled with Firenza and worritis, the two mental disease germs which began to spread themselves after the Wall Street frenzy in 1929. There is only one known antidote for those germs. It is the habit of prompt and firm decision. Moreover, it is an antidote which every individual must apply for himself. We do not worry over conditions once we reach a decision to follow a definite line of action. I once interviewed a man who was to be electrocuted 2 hours later. The condemned man was the calmest of some 8 men who were in the death cell with him. His calmness prompted me to ask him how it felt to know that he was going into eternity in a short while.
Keep going.
Oh, I have to
Don't stop there. I want to know what happened.
That was interesting. Wait, I forgot what I was. Okay, I forgot. He said, "It feels fine. Just think, brother, my troubles will soon be over. I have had nothing but trouble all my life. It has been a hardship to get food and clothing. Soon I will not need these things. I have felt fine ever since I learned for certain that I must die. I made up my mind then to accept my fate in good spirit."
Thoughts?
That I have to die to be peaceful.
Um,
As life equals suffering and worriness.
I don't suffer.
You don't suffer at
I
all.
don't worry.
What if you hit your toe with a door?
It hurts, but I'm not going to suffer from it. Like Jesus suffered on the cross. Like I don't think anything is quite as suffering as that. But we all go through difficult times, you know? And so it's how you want to look at it. Everybody has those obstacles in their way. How do you come out of it? That's the question.
Not worrying about it.
Not worrying or fear. Okay. So, like, fear is one of the biggest things that stops everybody from accomplishing their dreams because they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of poverty. They're afraid of getting sick. They're afraid of death. They're afraid that something's going to happen to their loved one. These are all in the chapters in there. But fear stops people. The fear of losing, the fear of risk. People don't accomplish their dreams because fear comes first. Would you agree?
Halfway in, I think. Yes, I agree.
What's the other half? Why don't people
What
accomplish?
if you're walking in a subway and you have to like cross from one side to another, but there's no other way of going? This is like makes no sense. But you're afraid of getting run over by the train, which is a logical thing to feel. So you don't cross to the other side and you go around.
Okay.
That's a good example of fear being a good thing. You didn't get run over and mauled to pieces by the train.
But is that fear or instinct?
Isn't fear an instinct?
It is, but it's an intelligent instinct that, okay, there's two ways I can go. I can go with the one that's going to be, could possibly kill me and take the short way, or I could take the long way around and know I'm going to get to the other side. Now, the long way around may be more difficult.
Maybe.
But the short way is going to cause more problems, possibly, than taking the long way. This goes back to when the Israelites escaped from Egypt. God did not have them go the short way. He had them go the long way. Why? To prepare them to get to the other side. Because if they went to the short way, then they wouldn't be ready to fight the people that were, I can't remember their names, the Philistines, that would have been on that route. And it would have been much easier for Pharaoh to follow them. So the short way isn't, and the easy way isn't always short and easy. Sometimes it's better to go the long way because you need to learn and grow as you go through it. So,
So,
what do you think?
yes.
I don't want to hear
Okay,
yes.
you're right, dude. Leave
It's
me
not
alone.
right. I just want to know your thoughts on it.
Makes sense. Hardship makes you a better person. But suffering in excess does not make you a better person. It makes you a traumatized person
It could.
who is incapable of living for himself.
So,
Like if I go through, I don't know, poverty, and I get out of poverty, I probably will be a really class conscious person, respectful for the poor, and able to withstand a lot of suffering. But if I see someone that I love get blown over into pieces in front of me, that's gonna traumatize me. That's not gonna
of
make me a
course, it's
better
going to
person.
traumatize you. It's not maybe not going to make you a better person because obviously you're going to feel that loss and that trauma, right? But do you live in the loss and the trauma?
No,
Well,
that's not a same thing to.
right. So you everything happens for a reason. If you have
Does anything really happen for a reason?
Yeah.
There's things that don't make any sense.
Of course not, because we have free will. Do you always listen to your parents? Because a
No.
lot of times people blame God for like why is there suffering in the world? Right? Maybe. Sometimes.
Yes. I don't know.
But
Maybe.
you have free will and I have free will, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can go out and decide I'm going to shoot somebody
Yes.
and they could be a good person.
Yes.
Did God cause that?
No.
No.
But that.
My free will caused that.
Yes.
Because as much as there's good, there's evil.
But God did give you free will. Isn't He probably responsible?
Did He give me free will?
Isn't what it says in the little
Well, it's because of what happened with Adam and Eve. They made the wrong choice.
Okay, so
But
it's not His fault. Okay.
Jesus died for our sins so that therefore we can be saved after we die. Now, but that's little let's go back. If my mom and my dad raised me right, to do the right thing, make the right choices, come from a good family, I did not make the right choices when I was a teenager. Is that their fault?
No.
Okay, so why is it God's fault?
Mm.
So
Couldn't you say it's His fault by allowing you to go ahead with this, even though it is?
is it my parents'
against-
fault that I made the wrong choice?
No.
So, but that's what I'm saying because they did raise me right. I came from a good home. They did their best.
Okay, I give up. You're right.
And
Leave
I don't
me
want to be
alone.
right. I just want you to see it from a different perspective.
Yes, it makes sense. They hold no responsibility over my actions. I
So,
suppose.
and then, but sometimes then suffering is caused by the actions that we take, right?
Yes.
So it's not because of you that you're a bad person or I'm a bad person. Oh, I'm a good person. Why would that happen to me? Right? It happened. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to live there or are you going to use it to help others? All right, continue. What's next?
I don't remember what it was. As he spoke, he devoured a dinner of proportions sufficient for 3 men, eating every mouthful of food brought to him, and apparently enjoying it as much as if no disaster awaited him. Decision gave this man resignation to his fate. Decision can also prevent one's acceptance of undesired circumstances. The 6 basic fears become translated into a state of worry: thought indecision, Relieve yourself forever of the fear of death by reaching a decision to accept death as an inescapable event. With the fear of poverty by reaching a decision to get along with whatever wealth you can accumulate without worry. Put your foot upon the neck of the fear of criticism by reaching a decision not to worry about what other people think, do, or say.
Mm.
Eliminate the fear of old age by reaching a decision to accept it, not as a handicap, but as a great blessing which carries with it wisdom, ill health, self control, and understanding not known to you. Acquit yourself of the fear of ill health by the decision to forget symptoms. Master the fear of loss of love by reaching a decision to get along without love, if that is necessary. Kill the habit of worry in all its forms by reaching a general blanket decision that nothing which life has to offer is worth the price of worry, which this decision will compose peace, compose peace of mind and calmness of thought that will bring happiness. A man whose mind is filled with fear not only destroys his own chances of intelligent action, but he transmits these destructive vibrations to the minds of all who come into contact with him, and destroys also their chances.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Because if I have faith, right? If I believe in God, I have faith. I know that He can see a way when I don't see a way. If I'm going to worry, do I really have faith?
No.
My circumstances may not be what I want them to be. When
What assures me that blindly believing that it's gonna get better
it's
is
not,
actually going to work?
it does. Because I'm a multiple testimony of it. Like when COVID hit, I lost my entire school. Like I built it. I worked so hard. I had nothing when I first came here. Like people think, oh, you're from the United States, so you have money, blah, blah. Like I literally tutored out of my house for 3 years, ate eggs and rice and went every night and went to go buy groceries once a week on the bus. Like, and for me, I was better off than a lot of people, right? Everybody thought I was crazy. But then when I lost everything, I had to go back home and live with my mom for a year. And I could have been like, woe is me, boo hoo, it didn't happen for me, but I still had faith because God put that in my heart, what I was supposed to do. I didn't know how, but you don't have to know how. You need to know what.
So for the people that it doesn't work out, to put it some way,
Does it not work out
does it not
or do
work
they give
out?
up?
That's the thing. It's because they do not have faith and God has forsaken them, or is it because
Has
it
God
truly
forsaken
doesn't
you?
work? I wouldn't say so. It could be worse.
Can't he? If you believe in God and you have faith,
But what about a kid in Bangladesh who doesn't have arms and legs and his parents are dying? He has to work every single day.
he
What if
worked,
he just dies and doesn't help anyone? Is it his fault for not
but
having faith, or
maybe it depends
it
on what he
depends?
grew up knowing, right? Who's around you to teach you? I don't know. But could he have been happy just because he didn't have arms and legs doesn't mean that he couldn't have been happy.
Yes, that's true.
And if he had a parent who loves him, then that's probably better than a lot of people.
Yes.
So is he born into a difficult circumstance? Of course. But I've seen people without arms and legs who have done wonderful things. It depends on your mindset and it depends on who you have around you. Again, you're born into a circumstance, right? It's what do you do in that circumstance? Can you change it? No. But can you change your mindset? Yes, but it depends on who you have there to teach you, right?
Yes.
Let's think about it for a second. And I'm going to use you for an example.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
When you walked into my school, where was your mindset?
Really bad.
Right? Can you say that your mindset is better today than it was then?
Yes.
Honestly, right?
Yes.
Why? Was I always nice to you?
No.
Did I pity you?
No.
I
Well, yeah. No.
no,
No.
I
No.
did not pity you.
No.
I saw the person and the potential that you had that I don't think many people.
Isn't that pity?
No, that's me recognizing your gifts and your talents. Am I pitying you? Pitying you would be like, oh, poor Jair, it's okay. It wouldn't be me standing there, yelling over you every day to learn math. Oh, but he's okay. It's all right. It's all right. He came from difficult situation. He didn't learn that. All right. I'm just going to let it go. That would be pity. Me standing over you, yelling at you to get it done because I know you can do it. That is, well, tough love, discipline, making you do
Not pity.
something that you don't want to do or don't believe you can do, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
by doing that, I never coddled you. I
No.
never treated you any differently than anybody else
No.
because actually I know that you can do 10 times more, and it always made me angry because you didn't recognize in yourself your own abilities.
Yay.
And if anything else, that made me harder on you because I get angry because you would give up too easily.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You see? So, you being around me allowed you to somewhat change your mindset. It's the people that you come into contact with. Do you let them in and do you take their advice? Do you allow them to be a part of your life or not? Right? Some people don't know God because they've never been around, don't know Jesus because they didn't know he exists, right? Some people don't. There's parts of the earth where they never.
Is that their fault?
No, it's not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you only know what you know, right? And that little boy in Bangladesh is probably could be 10 times happier than anybody else. Why? Because he's not exposed to the modern world of things and material and stuff, right? Sometimes you're more miserable the more that you know because you're constantly comparing yourself with what you don't have instead of recognizing what you do have,
Pretty much. Yes, that sums it up.
right?
Yes, that's it.
So maybe we start recognizing what we have instead of what we don't have. That's a challenge for you this week. All right, continue.
Where was it?
I think you're on that page.
On the other page.
Young man worry.
Don't call me that, please. Okay. Even a dog or a horse knows when its master lacks courage. Moreover, a dog or a horse will pick up the vibrations of fear thrown off by its master and behave accordingly. Lower down the line of intelligence in the animal kingdom, one finds this same capacity to pick up the vibrations of fear. A honeybee immediately senses fear in the mind of a person for reasons unknown. A bee will sting the person whose mind is releasing vibrations of fear much more readily than it will molest the person whose mind registers no fear. The vibrations of fear pass from one mind to another just as quickly and as surely as the sound of the human voice passes from the broadcasting station, ironic, to the receiving set of a radio and by the self same medium. Mental telepathy is a reality, though passes from one mind to another voluntarily, whether or not this fact is recognized by either the person releasing the thoughts or the person who picks up those thoughts. The person who gives expression by word of mouth to negative or destructive thoughts is practically certain to experience the results of those words in the form of a destructive kickback. The release of destructive thought impulses alone, without the aid of words, produces also a kickback. in more ways than one. First of all, and perhaps most important to be remembered, the person who releases thoughts of a destructive nature must suffer damage through the breaking down of the faculty of creative imagination. Secondly, the presence in the mind of any destructive emotion develops a negative personality which repels people and often converts them into antagonists. The third source of damage to the person who entertains or releases negative thoughts lies in this significant fact. These thought impulses are not only damaging to others, but they embed themselves in the subconscious mind of the person releasing them, and there become a part of his character. One is never true with a thought merely by releasing it. When a thought is released, it spreads in every direction through the medium of the ether, but it also plants itself permanently in the subconscious mind of the person releasing it. Your business in life is presumably to achieve success, to be successful. God, I don't know how to read. You must find a peace of mind and clear the material needs of life, and above all, attain happiness. All of these evidences of success begin in the form of thought impulses.
Mm, that's so good.
That
You know how
was
many things
so
came to my mind?
yes,
What came to your mind?
the same things you thought about.
What?
Probably
Okay, give me something.
me experiences relating to me
Mm-hmm.
or your students, I will say,
Mm-hmm.
or that catchy phrase you repeat always. That oh, people think success is getting a house, getting a car, and dying of old age.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Is it?
No,
No. But the one thing that came to my mind the most is that how many opportunities or how many people did you push away be-
because of your mindset. Of
because of the negativity
yes,
that you exude, right? Imagine maybe you're you're hindering your own difficulty. You're creating your own difficulty because you're always thinking that it's not going to happen. It's not me. I'm not likable. No one's, all of those things. Whereas if you just said the opposite, then maybe the suffering would stop.
maybe
I would say probably, right? In my opinion,
in your opinion.
I do. But I want to, because this other story came to my mind when
Oh
you were
my
reading.
god!
You know the story of Joseph.
Yes, I know this
Okay,
story,
you want to
Joseph.
talk about suffering, right? So here he was blessed by God. Brothers hated him. He got this colorful coat and they throw him in a pit, right?
Yes,
The Ishmaelites, I think it was,
yes, I think so too.
find him and they were going to kill him, but they're like, wait, let's not kill him. Let's sell him as a slave. We can at least get money for him.
Yay,
Now, God had already told him
slavery.
that he was going to be king one day, right? He knew he was blessed by God. I don't remember, don't quote me on certain facts, but the general base census
She's not
is.
a reliable source
I
of
am, but
information.
the general census and certain details might be a little bit off. He's a slave. He does well. He gets to be the Pharaoh's right hand man, more or less. And then Pharaoh's wife takes a liking to him and he says no. She says he did bad things to her and he gets thrown back in jail. Does that sound like, woohoo, I've been blessed by God?
Yeah, no.
No. Sometimes with the suffering, you have to go through the suffering to learn the lessons in order to get you to the place where you're supposed to be. Did he go back on his promise?
No.
No. Right? So you have to think about those stories and be like, okay, it is one of those things. He didn't want to be thrown. He's probably like, why am I in a pit? Why am I a slave? Now you bless me and put me by Pharaoh's side, and now I'm back in jail. This does not seem like a blessing.
Sure does.
Right?
Nope.
So just think about that. Okay, read the rest. There's a little bit more on the next page.
Oh my God.
This is good stuff. Isn't it good stuff?
You may control your own mind. You have the power to feed it whatever thought impulses you choose. With this privilege goes also the responsibility of using it constructively. You are the master of your own early destiny, just as surely as you have the power to control your own thoughts. You may influence, direct, and eventually control your own environment, making your life what you want it to be. Or you may neglect to exercise the privilege which is yours to make your life to order, thus casting yourself upon the broad sea of circumstances where you will be tossed hither and yon, like a ship on the waves of the ocean.
Final thoughts.
Seems like a call to action
And what is that call to action?
to get your life together, basically,
To get your mind together.
which in turn will get your life together.
Exactly. Right? You're the only one. The only thing you can control is your mind.
Yes.
Nobody else can control that.
No.
That is the one thing that we all that's the one thing we all have control over. Kind of, sort of.
Other people can control your mind.
They can, but you have to allow it.
Yes.
Right?
But you don't know any better.
No.
No. So
Yes.
what if someone brainwashes me?
You can, right? But
or tell me, oh, the sky is green. Everyone who tells you the sky is blue is insane and it's against you.
You're right.
And I will be believing the sky is
but
green
you have to
for the rest
verify.
of my life.
That is true. However, we are all a product of what we're taught. That doesn't necessarily mean it's right.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that's where, none of us are born being racist.
No.
None of us are born thinking I have to have the latest iPhone in order to be somebody, or I need to have 1 million follows or likes to be somebody either. We're taught by society of what is. Nobody said that. I mean, it's a societal thing. You're born, you go to school, you go to university, you get a good job, you get married, you have kids, maybe a dog, you have grandkids, and you die. Woohoo! Who said?
No one.
Right. It's what you are ingrained to believe from young. But it's as we grow on this journey that as we get older and are able to think for ourselves, that it depends on what we're going to feed ourselves, right? Mentally feed ourselves. Because I say it often, people worry about what they're eating and how they're going to be fit and what they're going to do and what they're going to consume for food. Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? But nobody thinks about that in the same way of their mind. Are you consuming garbage for your mind? Are you listening to the latest fad or podcast or scrolling on TikTok mindlessly for hours every day? Or are you learning something new and making yourself grow and questioning everything that comes in front of you and verifying it, right? You have the control over that. And you have the control to help other people see that and learn how to do that, because you do that. I do that. Right?
Right.
So, yeah, I guess we can be brainwashed. Propaganda, fear. What's the easiest way to control somebody? Fear. Right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Yes, pretty much.
Any final thoughts as an 18-year-old young man?
No.
Any final thoughts for those that are out there questioning themselves right now?
Keep questioning, I guess.
And how should they think?
Slowly,
Slowly
slowly,
and
and a lot.
a lot. But also, if that thing that you're thinking about is always negative, that I won't try and change that to, even if it's not I can, but at least it could be I could.
Maybe, perhaps.
Exactly. Because that's one
Probably.
step better than I can't. Right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
eventually you'll get to the I can. Because
Will.
and this is why I love the stories in the Bible, because none of these people, they were all, none of them, I don't think that I think were grand special people, but they were because they were picked by God. And they all went through their trials. And David was also picked by God. He was a shepherd. He was then to be king. But meanwhile, he had a deal with the king that was already there, who wanted to kill him. And he had to run and flee from him eventually. Like, that's not, woohoo, I'm just going to go sit on my throne. You have to go through those things in order to be prepared. Do you see?
Yes. I'm not blind.
Ah, amazing grace.
Yes. Can I go now?
Yes. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's Up Punta Cana with Christy Maggio. And I'm very grateful to my young man, Worry, for being here and staying with me so that I could have this amazing show. And hopefully you all got something from it tonight. So until